Tonight, a former La Mesa police officer finds himself on the other side of the law following the wrongful arrest of a black man that sparked protests in La Mesa. Good evening, I'm Marcella Lee.
I'm Carlo Cicchetto. 30-year-old Matthew Dages faces one felony count of falsifying a police report for detaining Amari Johnson near the Grossmont trolley station back in May. That confrontation was captured on this video, and coming on the heels of George Floyd's death, sparked days of demonstrations. All charges against Johnson were later dropped.
Newsday's Richard Allen has more on Johnson's reaction to the charge, as well as the consequences Dages could face if convicted. Richard?
Well, that's right. Former officer Matthew Dages now faces up to 3 years in state prison. Now, upon learning news of this charge today, Amari Johnson's attorney told News 8 his client's initial reaction was, finally.
Hey, what'd I tell you? I told you I was waiting for somebody to come here. They right here, bro.
Hey, bro, you can't do that.
I think that it's relief in seeing that something is actually being done and that this is not a situation that's just being swept under the rug.
More than 7 months after the controversial arrest of Amari Johnson near the Grossmont trolley station, the former La Mesa police officer who instigated it, Matthew Dages, has now been formally charged with filing a false report. Attorney Troy Owens represents Johnson.
This does show some sincerity on the part of the DA's office as far as mending relationships with the community and trying to make things right.
The arrest of 23-year-old Johnson, an African-American man by a white officer, captured on cell phone video and widely circulated on social media just 2 days after the death of George Floyd while in police custody in Minneapolis, sparked public outrage and led to large-scale demonstrations in La Mesa and throughout San Diego.
They right here, bro.
Hey, bro, you can't do that.
Police had said that Officer Dages originally approached Johnson on May 27th for smoking in public, then subsequently arrested him on suspicion of assaulting an officer, which the video did not support, instead showing Dages repeatedly shoving Johnson down. Johnson was then released on a misdemeanor, and police later dropped all charges. Johnson has since filed a civil lawsuit against Dages and the La Mesa Police Department.
We do believe that based upon the evidence that we've seen so far, there are numerous other violations of law that can be charged.
In a statement, District Attorney Summer Steffens said, when someone in a position of trust, such as a police officer, commits a crime, it causes tremendous harm and shakes the community's confidence in those who are sworn to protect them. And Matthew Dages was fired from the La Mesa Police Department back in August. He's due in court on March 9th for his arraignment.